Alright, back for part 2. Let's move on to Stings. Stings, I like hearing from this guy. Question he asks is me. If Damian Wayne teamed up with Rorschach, would it last? I don't think so. I don't think Rorschach would be willing to deal with Damian's stuff. He'll piss him off too much. So no, I don't think that would work. He asked me, do you think Superman and Goku have a great deal of similarities? Oh, yes, they do. Yeah, it's an age-old comparison. You know, two characters, two aliens fell from outer space. They came in a ship due to their planets being destroyed. I mean, they came here. They were raised by good people. They grew up to be heroes. They've met a lot of dangerous people, villains. Even the villains are the same, you know, Darkseid and Frieza and Brainiac and Metacooler and heck, Brainiac is like, you know, the villain from the one of the movies of Dragon Ball Z. You know, the guy with the big brain, I forgot his name. He was a machine. I forgot the name of the movie. I think it was Dragon Ball Z. I forgot the title of the movie, but it's been a while. But yeah, they have a lot of similarities. Yeah, Broly, and like you said, Broly and Doomsday. I think Broly has more in common with Superboy Prime, though. They're kind of like that. They have a big anger problem. There's a lot of similarities these two characters have. I would love to see a crossover done with these two officially. His next question. Would Prince of Persia and Spider-Man make a good crossover? You know, I think it would. It would be interesting to see Spidey and the Prince teaming up, doing some cool things together. It would be cool, interesting. Hunt or Spider-Man? I like Hunt's powers, so I'm gonna go with Hunt. His powers are cool. That gook or whatever it is it can take any shape or form and just chop you up. It's very cool stuff. If Spawn, The Darkness, and Ash J. Williams teamed up and met Alucard, Ed from Full Metal Alchemist, and Ichigo, would they get along? Who would screw it up first? Oof. I don't think so. Maybe in the beginning they would get along, but I think it would just go from downhill. I think Ed, since Edward is kind of like the oddball out, so he kind of mess it up. They kind of go after Edward first, and then they just kind of like go after each other, just have a brutal fight. It'd be a cool crossover fight though. I don't know who will come out on top. It says I have my own creator-owned characters named Cassius Greyhound, and he's a gritty but heartwarming pro detective. What characters would you like to see a crossover with Cassius? Detective. I like to see if you're talking about from Marvel or DC. I would like to see the Phantom Stranger team up with him, or maybe someone like detective. The Question, maybe. The Question is a pretty cool character. And that's pretty much it for Stings. Thanks, Stings. I like hearing from you. Keep sending those questions, man. Keep sending them. And I got a question from Fantasy Fan Fool. Okay. Who do you think is stronger, Batman or Night Owl from Watchmen? Batman. Batman, hands down. Batman is a little more hardcore. He takes it harder to the villains, to the bad guys. So I gotta go with Batman. He says you have mentioned in your Q&A part 1 video that you would like to see Abel Night Road from Trinity Blood crossover with the Darkness. What do you think would occur between these two characters? I think a very odd friendship will form. It'd be funny because Abel's always cracking jokes and stuff like that, and Jackie does it too, but he does it in a very, he doesn't make it so obvious. He has like, his jokes are very dark and brooding. Like, he'll say something like after he's killed someone, like, that sure was one hell of a one hell of a stakeout or something like that, and and he'll be referring to the person being burned or something like that. And he has very dark humor, so, and some of his humor is I laugh at it sometimes too. His darklings, his little darklings, the little guys that follow him, they're always making wise jokes, like, saying crazy little stuff. So those guys are interesting. I got a question from PM Night. Besides Spawn, what are some of your favorite characters from Marvel or DC? I think I answered this before, but just in case I haven't, I'll go ahead and answer it again for you, Knight. Deadman, of course, the Phantom Stranger, the Question, of course, Miss Marvel, Hal Jordan, Green Arrow, Hawkman, Kitty Pryde from X-Men, Kurt, aka Nightcrawler. I love that guy. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. Nightcrawler is very cool. I am very fond of a lot of X-Men characters. They're just so cool. Havok is cool, even though he's a bad guy. I like his powers. I like to have that power to cause an earthquake. That'd be a cool power to use against a villain anyway. And those, just to name a few, those are just some of my top favorites from both companies. But and let's get to the last question. This is from the Shadow question. Alright, the Shadow question. Are you a fan of the Shadow in the question? Yep, I love the Shadow. He's a very cool character. And of course I love the question. He asks me, do you find someone attractive here on YouTube? Yes I do. Yes I do. But to answer the question without, I don't really want to say her name. Not that I'm afraid to, but I'm in the process of trying to get to know her. I send her little things like, hi, how you doing? We talk about comics and stuff like that. But she, I nickname her, she kind of looks like Power Girl. If you want to know who she is, she kind of looks like Power Girls. I'm subscribed to her. She just looks like Power Girl. That's the only clue I'm gonna give. She looks like Karen Starr, and that's also another clue. Star. Yeah, just a little. I find her attractive. She's pretty cool. And that's all the clues I'm gonna give for that. I wanna seem like I'm like, I don't want to seem like I'm trying to spy on her or something like that, and looking at her videos all the time and stuff like that. But yeah, she's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for the questions. Alright. And I'm just checking to see if I got any more, just in case I looked over anything. And you guys keep sending me these questions. You can ask me anything. Like I said, I didn't mind that question. Shadow. That was a cool question. That was very brave. Go ahead and ask me personal questions like that. I don't mind. I just did a video on what is love, so I don't just talk about comics and stuff like that. I like to talk about different issues and stuff that's going on in the world and stuff like that, like Haiti. Very tragic. And thank you all for the questions, and don't be afraid to ask me anything. Alright guys, you have a nice evening, and I am